Shai might give me Psalm 94, verse 12. I think I'm gonna and 1 Corinthians 11. And 31.
11 and 31.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I'm ready to go whenever y'all.
Let's go.
All right, rolling.
Come.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
So to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Let's say double honors to our apostles and elders. Very great millstone. Peace and blessings to the Lord's hopeful elect. So again, we the Israelites come out and teach the downfall of America, which is prophesied in the Bible as Babylon the Great. Also, what's prophesied ahead is a lot of evil times that's going to come forward. And the scriptures teach us that these evil times that come forward, that we are being slowly, you can say, chastised and molded to be able to prepare and withstand the evil times that's coming. So it's actually good that you allow the Lord to intervene in your life, so to speak, and to chastise you in this area and that area, because really the earlier, the better. Because once you understand that in the end, what matters is that all you're going to have is faith. Once you understand that, then you can understand that truly everything now is vain, right? If you believe, it all comes down to belief. If you believe that you are going to see the Lord's coming in your lifetime, and that the world is going to get to the point of basically no return as far as civilization-wise, right? Because even with the pandemic, they said that the world was ending, which the earth wasn't ending, it was just life as they know it, right? Like sustainability, things of that nature. If you understand that you're going to see those times, you're going to realize that everything that happens up until then, or anything else you got going on in your life, don't mean nothing. You know, what matters is that you're going to have that faith in that day to withstand the evil times that's coming to pass. You got that,
This is the book of This is the book of Psalms, chapter 94 and the 12th verse. It says, "Blessed is the man whom thou chastest, O Lord Yahweh, and teachest him out of thy law, that thou might give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked."
Right, read that last verse again.
That thou might give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked.
Right, so right now, the Lord is digging a pit for the wicked. He's allowing Esau and Edom to tally up these sins until it's time to bring him down. So he said, "Blessed is the man whom thou chastest, that you may give him rest in the day you come to visit this place." So you're actually blessed to go through the afflictions once you understand that it's coming from the Lord, because the evil times that he has prepared, you can then be safe, right? Because you allowed him to be your spiritual father and your guide. So you see how in the end it's all going to result in your betterment, because the Lord has an evil day prepared, okay? He's preparing a snare for the wicked. So where do you fall in? Well, when you read the prophecy about Jacob's trouble, then you realize that for the most part, we're going to be on the run, you can say. Some of us might actually be on the run. Some of us might actually be in the wilderness. We may bounce from house to house. We don't know, okay? But you're going to know that in that day, this is the Lord visiting this place. This is the point of no return. There is no going back. All we got now is our faith. That's it. And another thing you're going to have to realize is, like I said, you don't know where you're going to be. And I tell my family all the time, you better hope in that day that I'm actually around to be reached out. Because the Lord may have it to where you can't reach me. You know, Because that's what they think. Well, if all else fails, I know I can always call Izar. I can always call the Ariel. I heard him talking about it, man, or I could just call. You probably won't. In some way, somehow, he probably won't. And that's the Lord can be his way of sealing. Like, all right, that's it, no more. Okay, family of the word. You understand? So, like I tell them that, it's the same for us. Okay? Yahweh Shai said, Gabar, can you find that? Well, he said he was prophesying in 70 AD about
21.
that might be it. Yeah, when you see the tree space come not down, it might be 21.
I got you. This is Luke chapter 21, starting at verse 20. It says, "And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee into the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be a great distress in the land and wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled."
Right. Isn't that the same what he said, let him not come down? I think that's, unless I'm thinking something.
Then he not come down from the housetop.
Yeah. It's the same meaning. The Lord is basically saying, which he's prophesying in 70 AD, but he said, when this evil time comes, understand that that's it for this place. Don't. I got it.
I think you're talking about Matthew 24 and verse 17.
Okay.
Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, but that good, because they both go hand in hand. We talking about 70 AD. Because, hey, even I thought about that. One of the last times I took a trip, which was like 2019 or something, I was in Puerto Rico, actually. And I even said in my heart, I said, what if something happened right now when I'm stuck? You know? Hey, I played that, my scenario. I played that out in my mind. What if something happened when I'm stuck? And this is right before the pandemic too. I'm like, hell shit. I'm down here. I got what, a few hundred in my pocket. You know, it is what it is. That's why the Lord told them, don't turn back. When their armies come, go. Because you think, well, let me just, if I could just get back to the house real quick and get my stuff, then you're gonna be caught. You're gonna be trapped. Because they tell you that in 70 AD, they built the trench around, and they let people in, but you couldn't come out. And if you went in, you basically starved to death, or died of thirst or whatever. And that's why it said, those who are, even he said, the widows would be considered blessed in that day, because they didn't have to see like the hardships of their own children dying and everything like that, you know? Which actually means it's better to, unless you have on your plate, the better. Truth be told, that's the best you got going on, you know?
Got a quick precept, basically back up that. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 40. And it says, "O my people, hear my word. Make ye ready to the battle, and those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth."
Right? Yeah, be a pilgrim. A pilgrim doesn't have a home, man. He's a traveler. Everywhere he goes, he's an estimate. I'll be here however long. When we'll go this way, I'll be here this long. I don't know, right? That means your heart is not settled in this place, which is good. There's nothing good in this world, okay? And then, which we'll probably read more on that, but he basically gives you the mindset of be willing to let go of whatever it is that you have or that's close to you. Be willing to let it go, okay? Whatever it is. And just like when he sent the disciples out, he told them not to take of excess. In fact, somebody can just hold that for me in Matthew 10. Bubba shot, one of us was Matthew 10 around 7 or 8 verses. But the scriptures teach us, like he taught the disciples, that you got to learn how to walk in faith, and you have to let the Lord supply you everything that you need. That's what the disciples had to learn. And you're going to find out in the scriptures that they was taken care of, so that they were you're gonna have pretty soon. Look, Elon Musk and Trump, when they get in office, right? January, Elon Musk said they about to cut some federal spending, meaning they about to lay off a bunch of federal workers. That's gonna be thousands of people without jobs. And all it's been is layoffs this year. When you really look, especially in the tech. And the tech is supposed to be like the you could say the financial backbone, as you could say, in the economy. Everybody wanted to go into tech. That's where your six-figure salaries come from. That's them tech jobs. But they're all being replaced by AI.
Chat GPT or whatever that is.
GPT. So guess what? The economy's starting to take it. So you got all these people who so used to working six-figure jobs getting laid off. And now they all basically looking for the same jobs in the same areas to try to withhold their Florida, California lifestyles, New York lifestyles. All right, because I had a cousin. She worked for Google in New York. She got laid off. It basically crushed her whole world. Okay, because she never thought that was gonna happen. Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. So now she basically got to come to terms with reality that life ain't what she think it is. So it's nothing but layoffs happening. More people about to get let go. And the scriptures tell you to look for the economy. And when the economy goes bad, you know it's a wrap.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11 and verse 1. And it reads, cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Give a portion to 7, also to 8.
Yes, that's what you read.
Yeah, it says, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. If the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth. And if the tree fall toward the south or toward the north, in the place where the tree falleth, there it shall be. He that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. As thou knowest not what is the way of the spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child. Even so thou knowest not the works of Yahweh, who maketh all. In the morning sow thy seed, and in the evening withhold not thy hand, for thou knowest not whether it shall prosper, either this or that, or whether they both shall be alike good. Truly the light is sweet, and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun. But if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many.
Right, read that last part.
It says, but if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many.
Right, but there shall be many. And we're basically about to come into that time. Remember, when Yahushua prophesied of 70 AD, he said, what? When the time comes, you just gotta let it go. Your home, let it go. You and Judea, you better flee into the mountains. Meaning you have to be willing to let it all go. Just turn around behind and say, fuck it, it's all gone. Whatever you have is what you have, and who you with is who you with. But wait a minute, my father's back there. The Lord say, okay, it's going, you might as well just run. Okay, you gotta just run. Okay, here it is, you taking a trip to 69 AD or something like that. You take 70 AD, you taking a trip out to Judea, right? Next thing you know, you see the Roman troops coming. Fuck it, you gotta go. You gotta say, oh, gotta go. If you go back, wait a minute, my papa. You gotta go, man, it's bad.
That's right. That's why the scripture says, remember Lot's wife. You know, Lot, when the angels told him and his family, like, hey, the Lord is about to destroy this place today. You know, hey, what did Lot do? Lot didn't look back. His wife did. And his sons-in-laws, you know, they was laughing, but they ass ended up getting hurt up in Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah. So the Lord had many examples of what happens to unbelievers. You know, because the scriptures talk about Lot's wife was an unbelieving soul.
Right. She liked it there. That's just women that like chaos.
You say that's a representation of the modern day woman in Babylon. They love the wickedness. They love this liberty to, you know, gather fraud and create confusion.
They're not vexed. Like it said, Lot was vexed. She was fine. You gotta understand that he's women are not on the level that you think they are. They are happier than they ever could be in this society. Do you ever heard them complain? They don't complain. If they complain about anything, it's just racism. Yeah, and judge. They ain't complaining. They show their colors with just the thought of them losing the ability to kill the children. They want to be right here. Okay? And that includes your wife. Yeah.
Lose their mind.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 10, just as to land back to what I said. In 6, when the ungodly perish, she delivered the righteous man who fled from the fire which fell down upon the 5 cities, of whose wickedness even to this day the wasteland and smoke is a testimony. And plants bearing fruit that never came to ripeness.
I've done that
And
before.
a standing pillar of salt is a monument of an unbelieving soul. Right, so that whole city of Sodom and Gomorrah, Yahweh Shemiah Shah said that he left them for an example of all that should live unrighteously, you know? And what does America do? Because America is what? 1,000,000 times worse than Sodom and Gomorrah, you know? It's literally all the wicked kingdoms rolled in one. So like, whatever God and whatever the standard was at that point in time, with all the captivities and whoever was ruling, America do that and then some. You know? So what you think is gonna happen to this place? You know? It's gonna get burnt up.
What it said in Revelation 18, it says the cities of this place had reached into the heavens, man. You know?
Right.
This place is desperately wicked. Every day something wicked shit up, man. You know, and the people here, they eat it up, man. You know, so that's why the remedy for this place is just for it to be burnt, man. Because what do you do with a harlot, man? This place is known as a harlot, man. You burn them, man.
Right.
Okay?
Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse, I start at 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her wounds, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall the plagues be slack, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise, as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth, as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth, as if he should not reap. So also he that planteth the vineyard, as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry, as they that shall not, that shall get no children, and they that marry not, as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain. For strangers shall reap their fruit, and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. But the point being, be as a pilgrim, man. Like, don't even think about gathering and going back to get something. You gotta be on the move, you know, quick on your feet, here and there. Like, you know, like the brothers on into, man. Don't even think about taking nothing, or what you can go back to salvage and get. The less you have, the quicker you can move, the best, you know, odds you have to survive. And, you know, you gotta pass life. Like everybody uses that pass life. Back in the Robert died, you see how America, aka Great War, daughter of Babylon, sins have reached to the height of heaven. The Lord deal with Israel so that our sins don't get that way. You know, he got to remember, he have his name on us. So it's just like a parent with a child. You want your child to be a representation of you. So you're not going to let them just do any and everything, or just have a reputation as heathens. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 6. And I'll start at verse 8. Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathens by the suggestion of Ptolemies against the Jews, that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manner of the Gentiles should be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. For there were 2 women brought who had circumcised their children, and whom, when they had openly led round about the city, the babes hanging at their breasts, they cast them down headlong from the wall. And others that had run together into caves nearby to keep the Sabbath day secret, being discovered by Philip, were all burned together, because they made a conscience to help themselves for the honor of the most sacred day. Now I beseech those that read this book, that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishment not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation. For it is a token of his great goodness, when wicked doers are not suffered any long time before we punish. For not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish, till they become to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us, lest that being come to the height of sin, afterward he should take vengeance of us. And therefore he never withdraweth his mercy from us, and though he punish with adversity, yet does he never forsake his people. You see, so the Lord ain't gonna let us get to the heathen status. He gonna jack us up, man. And he jacks us up as a nation, which is why we've been in captivity after captivity, because of our iniquity as a nation, you know.
Right, so it's actually mercy, chastisement is mercy. And on an individual level, it's the same. That's why we open up to that. Okay, the Lord is creating a snare for the devil, and right now He's chastening you to get you in order, so that you may be safe in those evils. That's a good thing.
Con, this is the book of Micah 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. Okay? Like the brothers was going into, you know, you got to be ready to let all this go. If we spent all this time in the ministry knowing that this world is polluted, you know, this captivity we in is the worst captivity we've been in. When it's time for us to go, we got to be willing to drop everything, man. You know, and just follow the spirit. You know, because we know the kingdom is at hand.
Right.
You know?
The Lord is trying to teach us, you know, we like a pilgrim, we like water. We gotta move with the circumstance. You don't know really what's coming. The Lord knows, and He knows that you don't actually know, so He's getting you ready and prepared to just go with it. You know what I'm saying? Go with the flow, wherever it decides. He's just gonna make sure He take care of you in that day. The snare is those who want to try to solidify themselves in the earth and say, no, I'm here, and this is my home. That's the trap, okay? Because in order for you to achieve that, you're going to have to sin, break the law, whatever it is. Defy yourself, especially when they bring that chip. A lot of people are going to take it because they don't want to lose their job. They don't want to lose their position, right? They don't want to lose their life saving. Not to work so hard, I retire in a year. The Lord will understand. He will want me to take this chip because He understands I work so hard. But what if we told you that it's the mark of the beast, and that's a sign that there is no future for this place? You literally just belong in your life for a few seconds.
Right.
You know, that's it. Is it worth it? It's not worth it.
Just want to do all this to quote unquote make something of yourself in this society, and the Lord destroy it.
Yeah.
What did you think? It was in vain.
You know, you kind of see that when you have those examples of like earthquakes, floods and stuff. You know, at least in my vision, I can see it because it's just like proud Edomites, right? They're telling, just like in Hawaii when fires start coming or whatever, oh no, this is our home, we're going to stick it out. Well, you have insurance, right? Typically, a homeowner has insurance. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is our insurance. Right. Why would we not escape while we have the chance? Right? But see, you see that on the carnal side, with these so-called white people and all these other nation people, they want to take a chance and stick it out and get their ass, you know, offed by just forgetting about the opportunity they had to leave.
That's
you
right.
know?
Yeah, like even with the flood that happened down in that little
right.
hick town, you know, you had that nigga woman in the window when she looked at the camera, you know, panned the camera around. All you seen was just the flood, just sweeping everything away. She told me, so I ain't got no money, I ain't got nothing.
Right.
You know, like I should have left when I had the chance.
Right.
Yeah, she talking about something. I ain't got first and last breath.
Right. So, you know, we have this opportunity in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We see clearly what's getting ready to happen. So we prepared, the Lord is preparing us to say, hey man, let this shit go when the time comes. We're going to be prepared to leave it, including your families, including your children, mama, nana, grandpa, all of us going to get left behind. Okay?
Yeah.
You see?
And even my lawyer said, he talking earlier in the week, you know, his little news, they was talking about the earthquakes in New Madrid, just south of us still. And in his video, the guy was like, yep, we're just waiting for the big one.
Right.
Right? Exactly. So it can happen anytime. See, people, the Edomites think, well, we run to the Midwest, we're safe. No, you're not. No, you're not. Yeah, and it turns out the Lord had already planted that hundreds of years ago. So you ain't safe. So at any time, the Lord can literally turn this entire place upside up and down. And you got these 400 feet high buildings. This could be domino effect. If that falls, that motherfucker falling, that motherfucker, the whole city.
You see what happened in Turkey? Like it was what, like 80,000 people that died in that damn earthquake. You know, whew, like that's a
I ain't even catch that.
Yeah,
The earthquake.
pretty much like that was like half the damn country. You know,
Earthquakes is no joke, and we're expected to get bigger. And we all in that same
Right by the river.
Yep, Missouri right there. It could change.
blood too.
It could change the direction. It might come this way.
That's crazy, man. Because like the brothers always say, the Lord is the ultimate chess player.
Oh, God.
The Lord like 1,000 moves ahead of you. Like here it is, you know, I'm a chess, like yeah, like I got his ass. Like he don't even see this shit coming. Man, you people don't see this shit coming, man.
Just real quick, because I remember when my family members had sent this, and I told them about it. This is the Midwest, the New Real STL News. Midwest shaking New Madrid fault line activity raises concern. Late night, a series of earthquakes rattled the Midwest along the Madrid fault line, according to the Missouri State Emergency Management Agency. 5 earthquakes hit near Marston, Missouri, while 2 more struck Ridgely, Tennessee, with magnitudes ranging from 1.8 to 3.0. Though minor, the frequency of these tremors has residents questioning what's next.
So it just increases.
Yeah, like I actually felt. Have y'all been feeling the earthquakes? Like I'm on the couch watching Netflix. All of a sudden, the couch rumbling and shit. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh yeah, the damn Madrid fault line shit.
So anytime the Lord, see, you got these people right now putting their, they just probably finished new construction, new hit building, everything. They set their nest and they said, this is going to be our home. Good, Lord, earthquake.
They say, you know, a lot of the Edomites ran up the hill, you know, on the east side, you know, escaping the inner city. But a lot of those towns up there is on top of caves and mines. A lot of mines over there. So a lot of that shit, like schools, had to be rebuilt because the floor collapsed because it's on top of mines. So you ain't safe, man. And if the earthquakes hit like that, man, all that stuff is falling down.
What did the Lord say about Esau? You shot Bilbo, we go down.
So that's why the scripture says he's preparing the pit for this devil. He's telling us how to move and operate in the midst of this, that we got to be ready to go. we ain't just gonna be here secure, that's it. You don't know what's gonna come your way. You just gotta be prepared to flow, to go with it. See, so the Lord is literally trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to help you be prepared in any and all scenarios. And you also gotta learn out of it. Most of us probably understand it already. It's good to actually know what it's like to be by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're so used to, I'm always used to having somebody, what you gonna do if Esau put your ass in isolation? You know what I'm saying? You might lose it. You know what I'm saying? It's actually good to the scenarios, the worst case scenarios you say, you should play those out in your mind. Because it actually could happen. It's also good to know what it's like to be by yourself. You know, imagine if you were alone, you know, and all you got is the Lord, because that's a possibility too. You got to go through all of them, man. You got that for me.
I appreciate it too.
Go ahead, brother.
God, this is going in, right into what the brothers are talking about. Jeremiah chapter 50, starting at verse 5, it says, For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense, right? Now, it's not talking about literally flee out of America and go to Africa or something like that, right? Exactly. GOCC, right? But it's talking about mentally and spiritually. Flee out of this place. Understand that you're going to have to let things go. Understand that you're going to have to be a pilgrim. You can't be too attached to what you have in this world. Can't be too attached to your job. Can't be too attached to family. Can't be too attached to your woman, right? To things that could possibly hold you back and keep you from, having life in that day where the Lord is going to be destructing a lot of lives, right?
Hey, because what is it's like one of the things that these jobs say, especially like recently, like they could let you go with no reason, for no reason at all. So what sense do it make to like have this loyalty or these expectations from a job to stay, stuck with a job when they could boot you just because,
There's an at-will state, so they just let you go,
Hey, Baba Bashar, can you read verse 7 and 8, 9? When it says Babylon should not be healed.
Verse 7 says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
Because this place cannot be healed, man. That's why we got to forsake this place and everything that's within it, man. Because at the end of the day, these things that's around us could be holding you back, man. It could potentially get you killed out here, man. Things around you could be a liability. Your job, your family, your wife. They could all be liabilities to get you killed out here, man. So the reason why the Lord might have you go through a separation period and make you be alone is, hey, sometimes you need to experience that, like the brother is saying. So when the time comes, you're like, shit, this is nothing, but at the same time, you can get through it. So,
there's a lot of these nation people who are starting now to go back to their country.
Yeah.
Right now, they starting to leave America now, and they going back to their own countries.
They already see the smack.
Yeah.
I'll be watching these videos of Jake talk about the economy and stuff like that. Look, they already basically saying that Social Security won't be there by the time if you was to retire or something like that. People got doubts about it even now. So look, it's like, what are you working so hard for? I gotta put these hours, in. Dude, in the future, they basically saying there ain't gonna be nothing for you to take care of yourself, so to speak. So you might as well put all your chips in, really, fire, all your chips in this truth. Okay, not half, just in case. influence all the chips.
Yeah, because they talking about our generation will probably be the first generation to work till we die.
Yeah.
You know?
Right now, you know, the oldest family member is right at that age where they keep bumping the retirement up. So
Yep.
keep going back to work when they think they finna retire, and it's just like, you know, that it frustrates them, and everybody think that looking forward to get better. It's not.
Right. That's why Esau Edom is gonna push that C-hip on society, because they got what you call universal basic income. You know, they just take this chip, and then you just get $2,000 a month to pay your bills. You know, that's it. You know? And they getting you ready with that subsidy shit. Yeah, I've been on YouTube and that ad came up. Yeah, you know, the government is handing out this free spending card. Da, 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 da. See, they already prepping you for it.
You see who they use it with.
Yeah,
Use that shit.
yeah, they use Eve and they
Paying
use
my
Joe
bills.
Rogan.
You can get them to pay.
And look, when they give you that UBI, you can't save it. You can't, you know what I'm saying? All right, you know what? I'm just spend $500 this month, and I'm gonna let the rest roll over. Then I'm had $3,500. Nah, they gonna be like, oh nope, that balance is gone. Here's a new 2,000. That's all you get.
And look, 2,000 ain't nothing right now. So how much more like when everything start hitting the fan? You know, shit really go down. You know, resources really scarce, and they want you sit. Yeah, hey, you gonna like it.
Yeah, old boys, and you gonna be eating birds.
Then you got to remember that you tracking the carbon footprint. Oh, you bought this many sticks, so we don't have to cut your stick. You drove too much this week, so we don't have to cut it. So they gonna make sure they don't own you people asses, and then they turn these cities out to be more technological advanced, man. You seeing, hey, St. Louis getting more shit now. It's like, damn, since when we getting certain things out here, you know? They turn these things into 15-minute cities. Like, we was out there in Kansas, we was like, damn, what do all this? Because they prepping them for it to be 15-minute cities and had these C-hills ready, man.
That show said that St. Louis and O'Fallon, Illinois is gonna be 15-minute cities. You know?
Like we see it, they doing that in the city. So
You ain't gotta go too far, just right around the corner. When they put all these electronic, what do you call those? Electronic screens. Or the touch screens, that's what that is. I did a video on it where these electronic screens are gonna be like gateways into the city. Okay, where you have to pay, you got to the electronic screen and you gotta pay whatever to get inside the city. Because you notice these electronic billboards, you don't never see them in the middle, they're on the outskirts of the city. So you won't have to go past that electronic billboard in order to have access, because from what I understand in the article I read, what an electronic billboard is at, you can't, you could go past it, but you won't be able to access the stores unless you pay the token to get the token or whatever they use to access the stores to go inside. So that's what them electronic billboards is for.
And not to mention, I don't know if I can beat the lights and stuff like that. They switched the lights out too, man. Yeah. Now these lights got cameras and they got audio tracking in them too, man. So you can say some shit that can get you condemned in the society, man. So they setting everything up perfectly, man. And I remember years back when Brother was talking about it, them lights wasn't LEDs at first, man. It used to look like them lights right there.
Yeah, they used to have that orange look.
Yeah, that orange
Regular
look.
incandescent.
Right. And you also know that those screens, electronic billboards, a lot of them too is in the entryways of a lot of neighborhoods, right? So like one in particular is on Kings Highway and Martin Luther King. And it's like, fuck, they got this here. Niggas ain't finna use this. You know what I'm saying?
Stores along there,
But
and
yeah.
you won't be able to access the stores unless you mess with that electronic billboards to get tokens or whatever they use to go inside.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the purpose for them. Because niggas ain't finna go up to no goddamn touchscreen and be like, all right, let me see what's on here. You know what I'm saying?
and they're recording. People taking their pictures and stuff, right? They're recording that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got cameras. Cause I read they had cameras and NFC or near field technology. So you're gonna have to have a chip in order to activate that thing in the near future.
Yeah, you remember we was coming back from Kansas City, they had those black lights and shit?
Yeah.
That shit be able to see through your skin, man. Stuff that was set up, man.
So I had a precept that goes into what we've been talking about, you know, not being too attached, being able to just, you know, be ready to go. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and the 29th verse in the NLT, and the point being at 31. But let me say this, dear brothers and sisters, the time that remains is very short. So from now on, those with wives should not focus only on their marriage. Those who weep or who rejoice or who buy things should not be absorbed by their weeping or their joy or their possessions. Those who use the things of the world should not become attached to them, for this world, as we know, it will soon pass away. And that's the times we're in right now. You can't become too attached to this materialistic type of things, because you don't know when stuff can hit the fan, man. A lot can happen in one day. So we don't know what's gonna happen, what's gonna go on, or when it's gonna happen. But you just gotta be able to be ready to prepare yourself to just leave, man. You can't become too attached to this stuff.
Right. And when you really study, the Lord is teaching us how to go in faith. These things, it's like the Lord said, this is what the heathen concerned about. The heathen are always concerned about the same things that you say our people worry about day to day. What tomorrow gonna look like, what next week gonna look like. And the evil days is coming. The Lord is telling us how to think, how to be ready to move, be ready to basically rely on me. And I got you. Because really all you're gonna have in that day is your wits. Okay? A lot of people say, I mean, it applies to us too, okay? We say we're gonna do this and that until it actually comes to the doorstep. You know? Because till that fear actually comes to your doorstep, like they did with the pandemic, okay? A lot of people actually thought they died. They actually thought they should die. They actually thought that, they actually thought that. They was losing. I gotta get the ticket. Yeah, they was afraid. They stayed away from their family. They didn't go see their family no more because they honestly thought, no, this is what's best. So all that was media. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it takes.
And the funny thing about it, they still caught it anyway.
Yeah, right. Fucked up more.
So they did all that just for nothing.
No faith.
Got that.
Fucked up. Come on.
Well, I know how it shows.
Yeah. This is the book of Luke, chapter 18, starting at the 18th verse, right? And a certain ruler asked him, saying, Good master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life? And Yahushua said unto him, Why callest thou me good? None is good save one, and that is God, Yahweh. Thou knowest the commandments. Do not commit adultery, do not kill, do not steal, do not bear false witness, honor thy father and thy mother. And he said, All these I have kept from my youth up. Now when Yahushua heard these things, he said unto him, Yet lackest thou one thing. Sell all that thou hast, and distribute unto the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come follow me. And when he heard this, he was very sorrowful, for he was very rich. And when Yahushua saw that he was very sorrowful, he said, How hardly shall they that have riches enter into the kingdom of Yahweh? Okay? So I'll bring the scripture up to kind of go into what we're talking about. Okay? You got to give up everything. It don't matter what it is. Okay? Because if you read further down, it says, And he said unto them at the 29th verse, Verily I say unto you, there is no man that has left house, or parents, or brethren, or wife, or children, for the kingdom of God's sake, who shall not receive manifold more in this present time, and in the world to come, life everlasting. Okay? So Yahushua was saying, you got to give up everything. This man was rich. He had everything. Yahushua told him, you got to sell all that, come follow me. Okay? And then like we just read, he went further down and talk about your family. Okay? So Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua wants you to put everything on the line, even your life. If you're not willing, okay, you're not worthy for the kingdom of heaven. Okay?
You gotta learn from Abraham. Okay? Abraham was willing to offer up his only son. Okay? And the fact that he didn't hold him back, preserved this soil and gave the blessing. See? So the point of the matter is he was willing to sacrifice it all, and the Lord preserved it. So if you're willing to give up everything on this side, the Lord is going to give you that in the kingdom. And you really don't have any guarantee as of how you think you're going to be when all hell breaks loose. You don't know. So if you banking on having, I don't know, maybe your wife there, maybe your children there, maybe your little real estate there, this amount of money there, you might be fucking broke. Right. The dollar just turn to nothing in an instant. That's everybody's life savings to nothing. You understand? That literally means we're all basically poor. But the difference is we'll be rich because we have the wisdom.
See what happened in Cuba? All the people woke up and their bank account was just negative, like just no money.
Yeah. It even happened to a certain degree during the pandemic, right? Because I remember at that time I was selling insurance, life insurance, whatever, right? And they were talking about how all of these people who had invested in stocks woke up to see that, you know, the value of their stocks was cut in half, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it happened already, too, to a degree.
It's happening right now when the hurricanes hit North Carolina, different parts of Florida. All their investments, the houses, the streets, gone. They basically got to all start from scratch. And guess what? You got to be ready to start from scratch. Whatever the Lord brings your way, He's doing it really to get you through this. Okay? He's trying to get you through this, but you have to prove to Him that you're willing to risk it all. You can't have secretly in your mind, I'm going to always like the guy with the riches. I'll get up everything, but he wasn't expecting to hear that about the riches. He wasn't expecting to hear that, like, oh, now, wait a minute now. Okay, this means a lot to me.
It's called the Great Reset for a reason. Because, you know, Esau got his quote-unquote version of a Great Reset, but Yahweh Shai is going to intervene in that. Because Yahweh Shai said, He make all things new. Yahweh Shai says, He make all things new.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3, going into really how the Lord is going to perfect us, but that chastening is something that we have to endure, all right? So Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 1, it reads, "But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy of Himself. As gold in a furnace hath He tried them, and received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever." It's a beautiful chapter, but again, you know, it may look like on the outside we don't have it, but all the treasure is inside of us, all right? Through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I got one more. This is Luke 12 and verse 13, and it reads, "And one of the company said unto him, Master, speak to my brother, that he divide the inheritance with me. And he said unto him, Man, who made me a judge or divider over you? And he said unto him, Take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesses. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he, though thought within himself, saying, What shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But Yahweh said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards the Most High. So being rich towards the Most High is what? Throwing your all in on this truth. You see? So, you know, you giving up your life in these worldly possessions, right? Which, again, includes your family, your loved ones, you know, and that's where Jake kind of stumbled over that. You know, man, I gotta leave my mom. Yeah, you know, Jake stumbled over that, okay? Or, in this case, also talking about what they perceive to be riches, all right? When you're talking about money, you're talking about possessions, you're talking about lands, you're talking about houses, furniture, cars, all you can't take it with you anyway. Them Egyptians tried that shit, it didn't work. You know, so you might as well just cast your whole lot in on this truth, because that's your riches, that's the treasure. That's all I got. Thank you.
That's the only logical solution. I remember when I first came into the truth that I made that decision. I was like, you got people who die believing in nothing.
Right.
Whereas I die believing in something. I got a better chance. So it only makes sense that that's how when I first came into the truth, talking over 13 years ago. I was like, it only makes sense then to at least believe in, and then at least you got a fighting chance. It's not, you know. So it only makes sense. You know, there's no, you got Jacob who just go half and half. I'm gonna pass and half my chips. In case the Lord don't come through, and at least I can store, I can jump back into the world and dive back into, you know, whatever the heck I was doing. You know, I didn't give everything up. The Lord wants everything to be on the line. And bottom line is, you can try to hold back all you want. The Lord is gonna come and try that anyway. You know what I'm saying? You can't hide nothing from the Lord to try to hold back anything. Or try to secretly say, I'm not gonna be tested in this area. So I'm just gonna, the Lord gonna bypass all that noise you're saying, and He's going exactly to what it is that you want to pull it to. Not have anything to do with that. He's asking something.
They can't do something. They can't do something. They can't do something. They can't do something.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thou created in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Right, so don't think just because things might be cool now, that you think I got time, right? You don't want to wait until the evil times to try to turn to the Lord. No, you want to do that now. Understand? Remember, it says in the days of thy youth, when the evil days draw nigh, when you say in your heart, I have no pleasure, meaning like, I got time. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't got time. You know, you really don't. Think about it.
Something that always kind of bothers me. You got the rest of your life ahead. You don't know that tomorrow is meant for you.
Well, the Lord said our life is like vapor, man.
Right. You don't know what tomorrow consists of. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Right. Every day, tomorrow don't come for somebody. So a few somebody. So that saying always just kind of pissing me off. Like, you don't got the rest of your life in this year.
That's a sense of pride too, so you got the rest of your life, man. I don't know what the hell is coming for me tomorrow, man. That's why we gotta be thankful for you, how much Shneal Shai, allowing you to take a new breath of a new day.
That's really the heathen. That's their way of thinking. You know, the Israelites always thinking it's supposed to be different. We're supposed to say Lord's will. You know, the heathen don't plan for any bad times. Okay? And you don't want to wait until the bad times to try to say, all right, time to serve the Lord. No, it's going to be too late by then. We want to do it now.
Here these niggas go with this shit again. I'm like, yeah, that's why you gonna fucking die.
So that's how you know she already heard this. They already all heard this. See, because you don't know why? They thinking, I'm good now. I ain't got nothing to worry about. They look at us like we're wasting our time. Y'all brothers wasting y'all time. Y'all could be out here getting future or something. You know what I'm saying?
The dude said, I'm getting ready.
Yeah, right. You're too busy chasing behind them. He ain't getting ready.
That's why the Lord said,
Fat bitch, you think she cute?
that's why the Lord said, he shall come like a thief in the night, man. Because people like, they ain't gonna be ready for the Lord lay that smack down on this place, man. And guess what? They gonna be looking for a man of the Lord in the day. We gonna say, shit, I don't give a fuck about you.
Right, yeah, hey, the Lord gonna basically give you the same energy that you gave him.
This is the time for you to really be all into the truth. And if you have things on your heart to do, you know, do it as far as getting this breakdown, getting that breakdown, you know, praying for increasing your spirit in this area, that area. This is now the time to do it. Okay? Because I remember counseling a brother. Well, he ain't in the truth no more, but I remember telling him, I was like, you should imagine, I was like, the last thing you want to do is when the time comes in your mind, you're going to be like, hey, I should have did this, I should have did that, I should have did this last night, I should have did that. You want to do that now. Okay? Because you don't know what the future does. Shit. Only the Lord does.
Verse 2, while the sun or the light or moon or the stars do not darken, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few.
Right, and keepers, those are economists. I forgot to break down what the economy means. Like, basically, it's the word keeper of the house goes back to the word economy, right? And they're trembling. They ain't got nothing but bad news. To anybody, they ain't got no good news. They saying the dollar's collapsing. Okay, layoffs is happening. Cherry's showing themselves. It's all bad. They're scared. And they said what the strong men?
The strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because there are few.
Right, and that's been what? No job. People getting laid off just about every fucking week. Okay? I got a friend that worked at GM, and they lucky they went through that little strike thing. But I basically told him, don't bank on that shit. They'll still let your ass go. You know what I'm saying? You know, they already shut down plants in different places. Okay? And mind you, this is supposed to be like, General Motors is supposed to be like a high industrial, important business. Okay, they make cars like that. You know? If they start to take hits, what you think gonna happen to these other places? And you know, I have friends working there. Okay, I was working there before the Spirit told me to get out. Hey, look, basically, you can't put your banking on these gigs. They can just shut down.
Just to back up what you're saying. So basically, it's gonna be like a chain reaction. You know, like this place shut down, this place shut down, this place shut down, that place shut down. Because
it's a lot of it, but it's going from you to taking their chip.
That's right.
And one of the last standing pillars really is Home Depot and Lowe's. Okay, because I ain't gonna lie, those lifesavers, motherfuckers right there. The second something go wrong, I'm in that Home Depot and I'm like, yo man, the second this store go down, man, I might shit a tear, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lifesaver right here, for real. But what if it shuts down? Then I'm like, shit, I better go out, pull some tree bark and figure something out, you know what I'm saying? But them stores, if them stores ever get hit, it's a wrap. And the Lord, they gonna hit them stores, man.
yeah, they got generators in there.
Yep.
They got food in there.
Everything.
You know,
People,
especially like Menards. Like Menards. And Menards got you can pretty much go grocery shopping at Menards.
everybody's business, your local plumber, HVAC, all of them rely on Home Depot and Lowe's to be in business. So when those motherfuckers fall, you might like, well, I'll call a plumber. The plumber like, I'm sorry, I don't get no parts. So hit those places and you're gonna see everybody, and all you gotta do is ride around the city. Everybody got a truck because they got their own business. That's people going out of business, man. Wait, when the Lord starts hitting them places, you know what's real. I'm telling you, there's a light coming savior, okay? Up there in the county, that Home Depot, everything around it is gone. All that's left was the Party City. Now that's gone. Across from that was a Save-A-Lot.
Shopping center.
That's gone. That Home Depot is the only one on that fucking block. The IHOP was gone. Right. Everything in that area is gone. That Home Depot the only one on the block.
Paul's Ferry.
All that was left.
Only thing is the UPS for you to return your Amazon packages. Subway, the nail shop for the so-called black woman. Right, yeah, kind of.
That shit. And then there was an IHOP, that's gone.
Cracker Barrel.
That Cracker Barrel gone.
Yeah, the Cracker
Oh, the Cracker Barrel gone too?
That gone.
Yeah,
That Steak and Shake was shut down for a minute, then they opened back up. Okay. Motherfucker. And they had Chop Suey, the Save-A-Lot, whatever it is, gone. Now that Party City, they gone. They about to be gone.
Oh yeah, they going out of business.
Yeah. All that's left now is that Home Depot, man. That's the only lifesaver right there. I'm telling you. Next thing you know, they're gonna be across Keys.
I got a precept pertaining to the drive-by nigga woman scoffer that walked past us, right? This is Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 17. It says, they say still unto them that despise me, the Lord hath said, ye shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walketh after his own imagination, after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you. For who have stood in the counsel of the Lord, and have perceived and heard his word, who have marked his word and heard it. Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked, right? So you know what I'm saying, like we going into, you motherfucker, you scoffers are gonna be the main ones that ain't gonna know what to do when all hell breaks loose, when shit hit the fan. You know, y'all gonna be the main ones talking about some, damn man, they done cut my water off. I ain't got no job no more, man. I ain't got no money. Man, you know what, fuck it. I'm finna go out here and take some, dog, and get your ass blown to smithereens out there by a motherfucker who really got something to live for. You know what I'm saying? You think you all shit talking about some, oh, here these niggas go again with this. Here these niggas go again. I done heard this shit before. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, that's why you gonna die. You know what I'm saying? With your stank walk ass.
They don't think what we're saying is gonna come to pass. They think we're wasting our time. That's why it says, remember the days, not your back, keep it clean. As the world mocks and laughs, the Lord is withdrawing you in. You understand? That's a good thing.
Don't care no more, man. Like, at first, okay, it was like, damn, they talking shit. But now, it's like, the shit talking is less because the people see. We ain't the ones that's crazy. You motherfuckers crazy for not listening, not arguing to the voice of the Lord. But the Psalms 91, what does the scripture say? Behold, you should see the eyes, we should see the, behold, you should see the eyes, only with thine eyes see you see the reward of the wicked, man, which is death, man. You know, we gonna see that, man. So that's why we in the spirit of, it don't bother us, man. Say what you gotta say, because you gonna die at the end of the day. Back in Ecclesiastes 12, verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way. And the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Or ever the silver cord be loose, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahweh who gave it.
Yeah, that's right. You know, basically signs of troublesome, hard times. Everything is closing. Look, you even got, I've seen videos of people saying the clubs ain't packing no more. Because, you know, men ain't going no more. So the clubs even fell. And that one guy said, I believe it too, he said somebody, I don't know how true it is, but somebody once told me that strippers know when the economy is going bad. They the first ones that know when the economy is going bad. I said, that's the truth. That's gotta be the truth. First of all, they buy them the girls. Yeah, women are smart. And the second things get hard, men like, I can't go to that club. And women know, oh hell. The same about to go down. We
I used to make 2,000 a night, bitch. I only got 500.
The economy is going south, you know. They know, yeah. So when all this stuff starts to happen, like they said, clubbing is laying down, shit's falling. Since stuff ain't the same no more.
Everybody talking about, yeah, I'm a homebody now. You know, like, what was default? Right. But yeah, but hey, the Lord changing the spirit, because hey, a lot of these women, like 50 bodies and 3 baby daddies later, they like, oh yeah, this whole shit ain't it. So now, yeah, right. So now they trying to post, yeah, I'm a homebody now. Yeah, see, I can clean and all this other shit. Like, you should have been doing that like 10 years ago.
Still own the house.
Hey, that would change spaghetti pots, man. Make something new.
And then I know you said something about the chariots, and that's true. The chariots is out here. Like, when I'm on the road traveling through Indiana, Ohio, and all of that, like that light like that right there, I don't think that's a star. That's too bright and that's too close.
Man,
I believe that's a chariot right there. And I see those all the time when I'm on the highway, when I'm on the road, right? Flashing, like getting bright and then dimming out. Getting bright and then dimming out. And then I'll see just a big streak of light just flying past the sky.
That's what I see.
You know?
I seen it on my way here.
Ain't no city lights. Ain't
no stars out. That's the only thing I see. I'm like, dang.
They did exactly that. Went big as hell and then reduced down to like a little speck. And did it like 3 times and then vanished.
What you think they're doing? They're delivering messages, casting judgment. The Lord is making moves.
The eyes of the Lord went to and fro, man. As the scriptures say, the chariot shall enter into the house of the thief. That's what the Lord is doing, man.
Preparing the snare for this place. This place about to get hit. You just got to get out the way. The Lord preparing earthquakes and shit. You want to make sure the Lord makes you get out of there. You understand? That's the type of shit. He said 1,000 shall fall on thy right and thy left, but it shall come not nigh thee. Meaning you're going to be in the midst, but I got you. You know? That mentality, that wits, is really all you're going to have to keep you from losing your shit. From bugging out.
It's going to take some faith, man. You know, because I mean, not to brag, I was in, you know, I used to be in public safety. I seen people die. You know what I'm saying? That's, after a while, you get used to it, but it's like 1,000 people dead, or you see 500 people dead on this side, you know? Brains hanging out or whatever. It's like, that's gonna take some faith, and not happening to you. You know, you know, man, that takes some faith.
Hey, what put me in mind is when you see the videos over there in Gaza and stuff, when the people trying to make it through that little path, he saw like the drones out. He got the man. He on the rampage, and it's like to see that, and then it don't happen to you. Like you don't, you know what I'm saying? It's a mix of stuff, man. But the Lord is able to, even my testimony, jack you up, but keep you safe at the same time.
See, look, it just went dim. It just went dim. It just dimmed out.
I hope I should know shot. It's brighten up a little bit.
Oh, it's faded.
First Corinthians. It's gone now. Oh, there it goes again.
Yeah, it's the clouds. Yeah, just real quick. This is the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built it. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom and Gomorrah, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed, and that day he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Remember Lot's wife. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. Whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it.
Right. So you gotta remember, days of Noah, people doing all these things that you see them do. All manner of evil, abominations, okay, unlawful relationships, okay. All these things you see people doing is a sign that this place is gonna be destroyed. And they didn't know when the judgment came. And the deception is, right, wait a minute, these are good things. They'll say like, oh, a man and a woman coming together is a good thing. Parties and feasts, good things. Yeah, all these things are good, you know. A good sunny day is good, but there's also storms and clouds. The Lord also created those things too. So he also created evil days. That's why the Lord said, "Be not, don't let that day overtake you. Like, let your heart be overcharged with surfeiting and so forth, drunkenness." Because yeah, those things are good, but everything has an appointed time. You understand? Things are good in their appropriate time. Okay. So, as those Israelite groups will have you believe, this is the time of work. This is not a time. Okay. Not saying you can't have a good time with the brothers and all, but your spirit got to be tuned into the prophecy.
Tribulation.
Yeah, ain't no tribulation. This is the time of birth. You know, this join the family. That's what Nate said. Join the family today. So that basically, you know, behind the scenes, we're just like you. We're eating chicken. We're having basketball games. We're doing all this stuff. Join the family. You know, that's a whole different attitude, different, contrary to the hastening and coming in the day of the Lord. Okay? You want to be the spirit, hastening and coming in the day of the Lord. That's what's going to prepare you the best. That's why Scripture says prophecy edifies. Okay? Prophecy edifies. You can do a lesson. King David played the harp. Right? Sure. Because that's just your justification. I want to do rap music and all that other stuff. Hastening to come in the day of the Lord. The prophecy is what's going to prepare you. The prophecy, because the goal is to get you forward to the end. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. Build up your faith. You know, and nothing is going to matter if in the end you take the chip. Like Captain Cesaria, I keep the command. I don't break the law of the Most High. Yeah. First of all, you lied, so that's good. Second of all, I'm gonna make a mistake for me. You took the, you know what? Okay. So what did all that mean at the end, when the time of making a difficult decision? You can say scare tactic, and you took it.
Third of all, you was lined up on the video.
And they bring the chip. If you take it, nothing you say is gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter. You know? They're not prepared for the evil days to come. They're having too much fun. He's debating this person, that person. He's good. Just look at him. He's just always smiling.
Right. What's the nigga name? God Logic. Yeah. Like, why would you waste your time debating with a Christian?